I'm going to give you an interesting story. This happened right before COVID. I had a new tenant moved into a building, and he calls us up and he's like, hey, I want to break my lease. I want to leave. And us, being idiots, told him, no, you signed a lease. You need to stay through the lease. So what ends up happening? So my man decides to move a girl in. So she moves in and he bounces. So now he's gone and we have somebody living in the house. It's the girlfriend. Of course, she can't afford the rent. And we do the whole eviction filing thing, and we file for eviction against him, we file for eviction against her, the whole 9 yards. The lockout is actually scheduled right before the eviction moratorium that COVID popped in. She's able to live there for free and we can't get her out. And that eviction moratorium went some amount of time, if you remember, I think it was almost a year, that we couldn't actually evict tenants from our property. Long story short, right, this lady was a complete nightmare. She had a kid that was running around completely unsupervised. She ended up breaking the toilet tank and having all sorts of water run down into the apartment below. She was completely problematic for all the tenants in the building, constantly causing problems. It's interesting, the way that we actually finally got her out, the other person she wasn't paying was PSE&G, the gas company. And of course, they couldn't shut off the gas because of COVID. There was some sort of moratorium on shutting off the electric and gas, but that finally lifted actually before the eviction ban. So as soon as that lifted, her power went out. Now she's got no electricity, no heat, and she's like, let me call the city. So she ends up calling the city on us and saying, hey, there's no heat in my apartment. These guys are bad landlords. So the city comes out and, of course, yes, there's no heat. We talk to them and say, yeah, she's responsible for the gas and electric and she had it turned off. The city said, okay, well, if there's no heat, this place is uninhabitable. So they put a note in the door saying, this unit is not inhabitable, you got to go. And that's what finally got her to leave. And all of that stems from the fact that we had a tenant who didn't want to be there, and that tenant wanted to leave, and we held them accountable to the lease and said, no, you signed a lease, you need to stay. And it got us in the back. It cost us a lot of money in unpaid rent and a lot of money in damages and a lot of ill will with all the other tenants having a bad tenant in the property. Hope this was of value to you. Follow for more. Now go out there and make something happen.